I'm obsessed with the space race and space exploration in general, so this film about the Mercury 7 astronauts is a perfect pick for me. If you've never seen it, download it, watch it on Netflix, just find a way to get your hands on a copy. It's funny, intense, passionate, and it'll no doubt become one of your favorite films. In fact, pause this video right now, click the pause button, open up another tab, and find a trailer for The Right Stuff and watch it. I'll see you in a few minutes. I really don't know, man. I really just wing it. Usually I have a general idea, I write it down, start messing with it on the computer, and that original idea turns into something completely different. Besides my very first video, I'd have to say every other video I've made started as something completely different than what it ultimately became. As far as the future goes, I really don't know. What would you guys like to see more of? What has been your favorite video? My personal favorite is the Imperial Paper Pusher video. I had a lot of fun making that one. I thought it would have gotten more recognition and views, but that really doesn't bother me. I monetized my channel, but I quickly decided not to monetize any of my videos. I don't want people to have to sit through 30 seconds of an advertisement so I can make a fraction of a penny on the off chance that someone will click on a commercial. Having advertisements on my video is not worth wasting your time. AIDS. I'm a big PC gamer. That being said, nothing recently has blown me away. I don't really get into the Call of Duty series or modern shooters. They ran that shit into the ground. I still play Company of Heroes on a nightly basis with my buddies, and am currently obsessed with an Arma 2 mod called DayZ. I own a PS3, a Wii, and a 360, but the only reason I turn them on is for Blu-ray or Netflix, and sometimes Mario Kart. I recently got out of the military after 4 years of service. I actually started this channel not only for a love of Star Wars, but because I was just bored as shit in my post-military life and needed to fill a void with something creative. Currently, I'm using my GI Bill to go back to school and working part-time. That's a tough question. I'd ultimately have to choose Alex, though. Alex is a brawler, and he fights dirty. Bateman would be too worried about getting his pretty face bruised or splashing blood on his new yuppie businessman shoes.
All I wanna do is drink before breakfast.
I have two all-time favorite games. One is Half-Life 2, and the other is Ultima Online. I love Sunshine, Blade Runner, Logan's Run, Moon, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Alien, the list goes on and on and on. Yep, I thought they did a great job balancing out the cynical critics and the anything-goes Star Wars fans. There was a lot of good insight to be had by a lot of fans and even people in showbiz. All in all, I think it was a solid look at how many fans feel. If any of you guys watching haven't seen the documentary, be sure to check it out. I've never really been fully into Star Trek. I can completely understand why people like it, and I'll admit that it's a much smarter franchise than Star Wars. Many gadgets and gizmos that were envisioned in the original TV series ultimately became real invented technology. I think Star Trek has done a lot for the scientific community's imagination, and yeah, I like it. Yep, I saw it and I loved it. Great ending. I thought Bane was a solid villain. Alfred got me teary-eyed a few times. I thought it was an awesome final chapter to an amazing trilogy. My name is Robert Paulson. When I was a kid, I watched the hell out of those 1940s Superman cartoons. Those were amazing. I used to put on my Superman costume and run around the house. Another show I watched religiously was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1987 cartoon TV series, but generally when it came to TV shows, I always gravitated towards the older stuff like Looney Tunes. The animation is timeless. Even for today's standards, when it comes to hand-drawn animation, nothing can really touch it. When it came to movies, I couldn't get enough of Indiana Jones or Back to the Future. My parents never censored me to anything, so I saw Speed when I was 8 years old. I watched Alien and Aliens around that same age as well. My favorite childhood movies are filled with bloodlust and heavy cursing, and I love it. I'd probably go up to him nervously and give him a simple thank you. His vision has brought so much imagination and happiness to so many lives. One of my favorite films is American Graffiti, not because it's a George Lucas production, but because it's an amazing movie. The fact of the matter is that no matter how much you love or hate the prequels, no matter how much you despise or adore the special edition changes, we're all Star Wars fans. Young and old, still growing up or set in our ways, we all have a common bond. That common bond surrounds us and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together.